We're here ahead of the Lens Awards, which is taking place tonight, and I'm joined by Suzanne Gwynne, who's Global Head of Content at Olam Agri, and Luke Thompson-Clarke, who's Partner at Emperor. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me. You're shortlisted tonight for the best use of video from the farming and agricultural sector. Can you give us a glimpse of your campaign and what you've entered for tonight, what it's all about?
Okay, I think the biggest challenge really was for us to put together a corporate video that didn't feel corporate, that gave across all the information about us in a very, very short period of time. So it said a little bit about our brand, told the viewer what it was that we were actually doing, and where we added some value. So really that was the end product that we wanted to get, and that was the challenge that we set Emperor.
And what sort of, in your experience, sort of differentiates Emperor's approach to this sort of initiative and challenge? What sort of set them apart in their strategy?
Well, when we met Emperor, we actually met them through a pitch situation, so they were up against a number of other partners. And they were incredibly creative and passionate with their approach. So we really liked the way that they'd taken the brief and really understood it and come back with something that we thought was quite different. So they won on the pitch itself, but they also won through their approach. And we just thought it was somebody that we could see ourselves working with.
And when it comes to the sort of looking back at the process, were there points where you sort of had to take a change in direction, or any sort of challenges that came up where you needed to rethink your strategic approach to this?
I would say for sure, because although we loved what came across in the pitch, one of the winning ideas was around the device that we were using. So because it's a very complex organisation, we were saying this is the scale and we wanted to show that, but we didn't want to lose the micro information, so the people and the product. So Emperor came up with this lovely device to kind of zoom in, but when we put it into practice, it actually made us look a little bit like we sold CCTV or cameras. So we had to relook at that. So it meant that we sort of took the creative idea and we had to pedal back from it a little bit and look at what would work. So we really looked at collaborating then, didn't we, on how we could change up the style a little bit. And we came up with some ideas, and Luke went away, came back with some examples, and then we applied it and it worked really well.
And in this campaign, you were turning something which is quite a complex technical subject matter into something that felt really engaging and told a story. Sort of how did you approach that? And do you have any sort of tips for the audience who might want to?
Sure, yeah. So I think the challenge here is kind of like humanizing that value chain, something that's incredibly distributed across different products and different regions, lots of different people, lots of different places. And so we wanted to give a sense that Olam Agri was this interconnected sort of single entity with a clear purpose and a clear kind of direction of travel and identity. And so getting all this kind of disparate material and forming a coherent story out of it, that was the kind of challenge to solve. And I think what we did was we create this sense of flow between the shots. So there's a sense of momentum. You leave one shot to the left and enter the next one to the right. You push in one, and then you arrive at the next shot kind of seamlessly. So it was quite a challenging edit because of every transition had a kind of a VFX element to it. But it was worth it, I think, in the end. It gave it a clear identity without needing a kind of a more overt kind of ownable identifier. We could really sort of flow in the journey of the beautiful footage that was available and make that the kind of hero of the piece, get the graphics out of the way and just enjoy that. And that was our approach, creating this kind of sense of flow, and I'm really pleased with the result.
It sounds like a really strong campaign, and best of luck in the Lens Awards tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.